Hello there, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of SW Golf Academy. Today, universal golf drills, in other words, versatile drills that would apply to any club in your bag. I'll show you three of my favorites. I hope you find them helpful. Okay, number one, let's say this, the simpler and more repeatable your backswing is, the more consistency you're likely to have. You can devote more of your attentions to, and timing to what's going on forward. So number one drill is going to help you do three things. Get the proper body pivot, get the hands in a good slot, or at least a good slot for you, and do it with some synchronization so they match and finish the backswing together. And I'll show you the drill here in just a moment. The favorite part of the drill is from this angle, which will be coming up in about a minute. Quick slow motion as to one other feature of a good backswing. So what I'd have you notice here is the simplicity. That is to say, if you look at where the hands and club are, there is a very direct path to the top of the backswing. It doesn't go way behind me and then up, just a very direct slot. And you'll notice the synchronization. If you watch my right leg and right side, there's still just a little pivot left over as I finish the backswing. Nicely synchronized there, simple backswing. So take a good golf posture, no club in the hands, your trail arm, and I'm assuming that, try it again. All right, now we'll assume for this drill, we just have to, that your trail arm, right arm for me, is your throwing arm. You can adjust it with your left arm to some extent if you're a lead arm dominant player, but get a good golf posture, club's not in your hands, create a sense of the pivot. Now, if you had to take this ball and sort of toss it, so I'm in a really dynamic position, I'm gonna rip and toss it under there, give us that. Now put your lead arm over there, you'll never be able to reach it. As you connect those, that's roughly where a good spot for your hands would be. If you're thicker build, your arms are going to be more in front of you. If you're long and lean, your arms will be a bit higher. But feel that, connect that, and start to memorize that spot. That's the spot you want to be hitting with your hands. You just want to feel an A to B feel. Love what we'll see from here. So as you're doing this drill, one of the things, if you've played some sports, I've played my share, when you'd haul up to throw something, you'd feel a very dynamic, engaged sense there. You wouldn't just turn to throw the thing or tilt or lift your arm. If you're really going to skip a rock or rip something out there, there is turn in it, there is some extension or lengthening of the backside, but it's that dynamic feel that you're really trying to capture in golf. It'll give you a great sense for your body as to how much upper versus lower. I've never met anyone who could skip a rock, did that, or didn't move their legs at all. There's a certain readiness. And another thing you'll find, synchronization. When you throw a rock or some such thing, that ball, although it travels a long way and compared with the body, arrives just about the same moment as this completes. That's the feeling you're looking for a simple backswing. Let's move to number two. Width between arms, let's say elbows, forearms, should be consistent throughout the golf swing, or at least most of the swing. Now, everybody's built a little bit differently. Not every great player has ramrod straight Ernie Els arms. You may not be flexible enough for that, but you don't want to see any dramatic change in width between these arms because that alters the radius of your golf swing. So when you look at great players, if you look at this width, I'm not saying exactly, but generally you'll see about the same width between the arms at the top of the backswing. Certainly through impact, if anything, they're probably squeezed more together. And even into the through swing, the width is about the same. It adds tremendous consistency to what you're doing. Let's look at a few slow motion swings of mine to demonstrate this, then we'll talk about how to work on it. So if you look at the width between my arms at address, we'll look at the down the line view in a moment, but I'd like to see that width be very similar through impact. I'd say it is. If anything, I could even squeeze them together more. And again, in the through swing, you can see my arms not stuck to me, but are very close together. And second, down the line, we've seen the address position. And as we get to the top of the backswing, my arms, or certainly my right arm, are not tucked in. It's not a case of that. But the space between my forearms and elbows, very similar to that of address. Now, I'm sorry to say, maybe I'm not sorry to say, there's just no shortcuts on stuff like this. This isn't that difficult, but you have to have the feeling. You have to know what it feels like to do that. Just some teaching aid could be helpful, or some such isn't necessarily going to do it for you. So like anything else, you have to practice it. Do it slowly and just practice doing your swing, that feeling we had in the backswing in drill number one, and just keep checking, are my elbows widening a lot or not? Hey, listen, maybe Fred Couples' Fuzzy Zeller got a little bit wider. I'm just saying in general, this is a pretty important fundamental. And just practice it there, practice through impact, and get a feeling over here when I release the club, maybe do some punch shots. How does it feel? Correct it and do it again. As I say, no shortcuts. This isn't rocket science, but you have to work on this a bit. So our final drill, number 3, and that is a flow drill. We are going to swing from about shoulder high with the hands to about shoulder high and do several of these in a row. Benefits of this drill, we'll talk about it a bit more in a second. Flow is basically what it is. You'll start to feel, almost nobody I've ever seen do this drill jerks the club down, doesn't move their lower body. You'll feel some engagement here. You'll feel some energy in the swing, some centrifugal force. I think you can work on numbers 1 and 2 like that. I can sense the space between my arms, that nice simple spot to the top of the backswing. Back and forth I go. Now here's a way to hit a ball doing it. We'll put it on a low tee, make it manageably easy. I'm going to set up to the ball there, just go over the top of it. All right, we'll hit one here. Hit it a little fat, don't care. Just feeling it. And I noticed when I did that, I did hit it fat. I'm not worried about that. What I noticed, I didn't react to the golf ball and change that. These drills, easy ones to do, but drills are only good if you repeat them and you get comfortable with them and you get them in the subconscious. Have some fun with these even between shots on when you're out there playing. I hope it's helpful for you.